Hi there, good to see you in new channel about Google Spreadsheets, and in that video we learn about query request with using SQL language. Let's imagine situation when you have some sites and you sell some products on that site, and you have partners that help you to sell your products as well. That's why we have different sheets. And as a result, we have some data about sales of these partners in January, February, and March. In different months, we have different partner. And as a result, we can't do it in some easy way. That's why we have to use query requests for solve this problem. And I have empty sheets where we can combine all these months in one. And after that we can calculate all sales sum of our partners. So let's start doing this. We start from query, go to first sheet and select some cells, enter. And we have on our sheet information about first sheet. Of course, you can copy this formula and paste it in below first month, but it's not good. We have to better decision for that. We can combine our query request from different lists, but edit name of that list and maybe add some numbers, because in a different list we have different count of our partners. And if I apply this formula, I have error. First of all, for solve this error, we have to close this formula in figure brackets, and we have to add in our formula information about what column we have to add to our new sheet. And we have to add some query request with using SQL language. For that we use quotation mark, double quotation mark, then select A, B, and column C. And the same we have to add in our every query. And we have to edit separate sign between our queries. It must be semicolon instead of comma. Enter. And we have data from our sheets. If you want to delete this gap with using your formula, your query, you can edit, for example, in that place. Maybe in this situation we have to add a little bit, for example 12. 11 is better. So we have some information from all our sheets. For example, it can be all 12 months, but in that example we calculate only information about current quarter. And we know that some of our partners, for example Jazz, work in January, work in February and March. Some of our partners didn't work in some of that month, and we have to calculate how many sales they did and how much money they get for us. I create new sheet, rename sum, and let's start. Go to March, for example, and copy some of our partners. For example, we have to know how many sales and money they got for us. And start from another formula, sum if. Go to our that sheet, highlight first our column, and we selected where we can get information, and comma, we have to find this name and find information what we have to calculate, for example this column. So our Bob have 8 sales and we can calculate another. For that I pull it down and we have Tony because our formula transformed to A3. We have sales of Jess. Let's try to check, for example, sales for Jess. It's 18. Jess 6, 6 and 6. Every month she did 6 sales. So if we pull it right, it's not correct because our range changed. We have to leave this column and we have leave that column, our name. We find information in that column, we compare with name in that column, but it's correct. We switch to CC. I reject that because I want to show you how it's do better. Why we switch to CC? Go to amount per quarter, because it's a column where we can find all money that earn these partners. That's why its formula is correct. But what we can do with pulling it right? This information can change. That's why we input $sign and input dollar in that sign. And in that don't input, because when we pull some cells to right, to down, in any ways, if we don't have symbol dollar, its word change and number change as well. As a result, if we input symbol dollars, they won't change. Enter, pull it down, and we have some problem. When we pull it down, we always see only A2. That's why we have to delete dollar from 2 and pull it down. Get correct numbers, and after that we can pull it right and pull it down. Let's check information. Yes, if we see to the formula, it's all correct. Let's check about Jess. 10,200. Yes, it's correct because we have similar numbers in each month. If you want to calculate another person, for example, we have Larry only in January. Let's try to find another. We have Elon, and for example, instead Bob, we have also Elon in that list. I'm sorry, I have to change only in this list. Elon. Go to in that sheet, we have Elon in that position, and Elon first our partners in March. And we have to find information about Elon. I pull it down and have correct information. Let's try to check. Elon 10 and Elon 4. Yes, it's correct. Thank you for watching. If you like this information, thumbs up to this video, subscribe to the channel if you want to know about important services internet, how to use it services, and go to the next video in that playlist and try to learn another information about Google Spreadsheets.